All right, so lesson 2.2. Here's basically probably the most important conversation to have in this um class. All right, so you've got your 4 obstacles to future planning. So post-graduation decisions, that's what we're talking about. So there's 4 obstacles to future planning. Fear of failure. So this is doing nothing because fear of failing. Lack of direction. So this is basically like you don't know where you want to end up. You want to end up. Sorry for my handwriting. External expectations. So this is like parental expectations, financial expectations, religious expectations, like kind of those impacts. Like for instance, my parents wanted me to get a job where there was a good retirement and I could potentially start a family and that kind of stuff. So there's an expectation on that. And then financial stress. So money is tough. So those are definitely the 4 obstacles. All right, so determining what you want to do after high school can be a confusing and overwhelming process for many people. In times like these, reflecting on your individual skills and interests can help you point you in the right direction. A career assessment can help you match your skills and interests with a career. Take some time and complete one of the following assessments. So you're just going to click on these, or you can just type them. Well, that one doesn't work. You'll just type them into the URL, and then you'll just take this assessment. So you'll hit start and go ahead and just answer these questions. The military. Now that you've had a chance to think about some of the options, let's look at some further in detail. So what are the requirements to enlist in the military? And I kind of want you to just fill in these questions. You're going to have to do a little bit of research. What are some things that you'll need in order to prepare for MEP visits? James wants to know that knows that he is going into MEPS in a few weeks, but he's not entirely sure what to expect. What would you tell him? And then what can you expect after you completed your MEPS visit? So again, all this information, you can literally look it up. It talks about enlisting, military careers, and beyond. You can fill in these questions. There's also a lot of opportunities for career training and advancement. So you could explore these careers. There's things all in here. I mean, there's marketing for the military. So what career would you choose, and what branches of the military could you hold position, and what military status do you need to get this position, what average military salary? Even if you're not interested in it, it's some good opportunities to look at. When you're in the military, you receive a leave and earning statements, and that outlines your monthly pay, deductions, etc. Basically, your pay stub. What are some factors that can make it challenging to transition from military to a civilian job? Again, want you to kind of think through some of these. What are some steps to help making that transition to civilian work easier? So again, you can also take this and actually look up those answers on Google. All right, entering the workforce. Let's talk about this because this is where a majority of people actually go. Determining a career path that is right for you can be a daunting process, and understandably, most young people are overwhelmed with the options available to them. There are 8 steps to help you focus in your career planning strategy. And because my handwriting has been tragic today, I just went ahead and screenshotted them for you. So you can learn about potential career options, discover growing job markets, identify careers that match your skills, understand career qualifications, assess salaries and other benefits, compare possible career paths, establish SMART goals, and develop a career action plan. Those are the 8 steps. Personal fulfillment plays a big role in how much you enjoy your job. While your first job probably won't be your dream job, it's important to think about what job qualities you're looking for so you can find a job that's a good fit. When deciding whether to accept a job offer, many people focus primarily on salary. While salary is an important element to consider, why might it be just as important to think about other factors? One big factor that I think people often forget about, especially young people, me included, insurance. Definitely important. Medical, vision, dental, all of that is really important because you think, hey, I can just write off my parents' insurance. Well, actually, when you get a job and you get a career that offers insurance, you kind of get off of your parents. By the age of 26, you actually have to be off of your parents. So with that being said, looking at the insurance, Gwinnett County does a really good job of insurance. Any state job normally does pretty well with insurance. So maybe taking a look at those types of jobs. All right. So I really wanted you to do kind of like a little dive into your career. So open up the Bureau of Labor Statistics and select option occupations by high school diploma in the second drop-down menu. Leave all the others the same and hit go. You'll notice that there are hundreds of jobs that you can have that require a high school diploma or equivalent. Use the blue up and down arrows to sort the listed occupations to fit your interest. When you have narrowed your search, select 3 different occupations you would want to research more details about. Again, this is really for you. Research your occupation. Okay, so you're going to pick 3 and you're going to answer those. Okay. Describe the differences between hard and soft skills. Okay, so hard skills are like things that you do technical for whatever job you're doing. So hard skills would be like know how to work with Microsoft, know how to deal with Excel, know how to use Google Classroom, Google Chrome, like that stuff. Soft skills are more like how you deal with people. It's like interpersonal stuff. Why are soft skills important, especially in the workplace? Well, if you're bad working with people, then it's going to be very difficult for you to work in a job. So this is more of your networking. And so that being said, if you're bad at talking with people or people make you aggravated, then this is going to be really difficult to have customers as well as coworkers. So part 3, an associate degree. Associate degree is a great option for students who want to pursue a post-secondary education but are not if a 4-year degree is a right fit for them. So describe how an associate degree compares to a bachelor's degree and a high school diploma. So if you look, let me scroll down. Okay, if you look at it, associate degree is about, I would say less than half of the time. So associate degree is 60 credit hours. A bachelor's is like 130 plus, depending on the degree. Okay. High school diploma is 4 years, roughly. An associate degree is a 2-year, and then a bachelor's is 4-year. And sometimes you can do it in less amount of time, but that's the projected average. What are the 5 different types of schools that offer an associate degree program? And I'll list those in just 1 second. All right, so here are the 5 different types of colleges that offer associate degrees. Now, normally the reason why people want an associate degree is that they're trying to do a specific job that requires a specific certification. So, okay, so those, let me get rid of that. Okay, so if you're interested in pursuing a specific technical or vocational career, then you may want to benefit from attending a trade school. So what's the purpose of attending a trade school? This gives you the certification in order to do a job. It's kind of like an associate, but again, more focused on the actual like hands-on skills. So learn hands-on skills for specific job. Why is it important to think about earning potential and employment growth rate when you think about trade to pursue? So if if the job is not increasing or there's not a need for the job, then it's not worth pursuing. But for instance, right here, you got power plant operator. That's $94,790 per year. Okay, and that's the median salary, obviously. But I mean, these blue collar jobs are definitely something that we all need. We can't just have like robots do them for us. So what should you be aware when looking for a for-profit trade school? Explain your reasoning. So we're going to look up what a for-profit trade school is. For-profit trade school definition. And so what that is post-secondary schools that rely on investors to survive by making a profit. So this means that some type of company is investing into these schools. And really you want to make sure that you look into this, because that would mean that maybe you have to work at that school or you have to work at that company when you finish that college. Okay. You want to make sure that you pay attention to who's investing in that. So I want you to think about the pros and cons for attending a trade school and kind of list those out. Okay. Apprenticeship. So there are several options for people who are looking to get an on-job training and I feel that they're interested in creating a career out of. One increasingly popular option is apprenticeships, a paid work-based training program that allows you to earn a certificate or qualification. What are 3 ways in which an apprenticeship differs from other training programs? So apprenticeships, you're like shadowing. And they're longer. Sorry, let's make this a little bit prettier. They're longer. Okay, so and an internship, you're supporting your classroom instruction. Apprenticeship, your classroom instruction are on the job. So this is on the job learning. Okay. Apprenticeship is also paid versus unpaid for an internship. Internships kind of are terrible because you're not getting paid half the time. Okay. Also, apprenticeships normally offer a job at the end. Internships don't necessarily mean that you get the job. Which industry offers the majority of the apprenticeships in the US? I actually don't know the answer to this question, so we're going to look it up. Which industry offers the majority of the apprenticeships? Construction training dominates the registered apprenticeship. That makes sense, because we're constantly building stuff. Okay, so explain what blue collar bias is towards apprenticeships in the US and how it differs from other countries. We always think down on the blue collar jobs because, well, anybody can do it and they don't need any kind of degree or anything. We think that degrees are smarter than the certifications that they learn. But other countries really value those people. You also earn a blue collar job based off of your physical skills rather than your intellectual skills. So there's a bias that goes against those kind of jobs. Name 3 ways that internships can help students. It supports the classroom instruction. You focus on career exploration. Okay, sorry, I should be writing this down. Career exploration. Sometimes you earn a job offer. Sometimes. Okay, it's not always promised. What was the last one that I said? You focus on career exploration. Oh, nope, already got that one down. JK, come back. It's up here. Supports the classroom instruction. So supports classroom instruction. So it's what you're learning in class. So this is helpful towards. Okay. Calculating annual income. So now that you've researched and learned about many post-secondary options, other than attending a 4-year college or university, let's calculate your annual income based on the options that you've learned about. So Juan decides to enlist in the Air Force after high school. He receives a $10,000 signing bonus. That's great. Use this table to calculate his basic pay, which depends on his rank, pay, grades, and years of service. During his first year, he'll be living on base, so he does not need any special allowances or incentives. He will start as an E1, okay, so that's down here, but will be promoted to an E2 after basic training. So, E1. Oop, there we go. Okay, E1, but he's going to be promoted to E2 after basic training. So he's going to be less than 4 months. He's on this. And this is his salary. It doesn't say how often they get paid, but I'm assuming monthly. But 1,773, and that's going to be for 4 months. And then he's going to move to an E2. So then he's going to be starting to make 2,149.20. And that's going to be for 8 months. So you're going to type that into your calculator, and then you're going to add those two numbers together. So 1,773 times 4 is going to give me 7,092. And then 2,149.20, we multiply by 8, and that's going to give him 17,193.6. We're going to add that to the other one. And so his total annual income for that first year is, I don't want to say this is small, but it's kind of. Now, that's the first option. So he made about 24,285 and 60 cents. Okay. Quentin decides to get an associate degree and become an X-ray technician. Once he completes his degree, he gets a job making $18.86 per hour. Calculate his total income if he's working 36 hours per week. He also gets 1 week paid vacation. Okay, so there's 52 weeks in a year. There's 52 weeks in a year, and he's making $18.86 per hour, and there's 36 hours that he's working. So we're going to multiply all of these together. Keep in mind that homeboy on the first scenario was 24,285.6. Okay, so now I'm going to plug that in. 18.86 times 36 times 52. So this guy is going to make 36,305.92. I'm going to write that down over here. Okay, scenario 3. Kevin just finished his vocational training to become a car mechanic. He earns an hourly wage of $25 and works 40 hours per week. He also works 5 hours overtime per week at 1.5 times the wage. Because of his good performance, he receives an annual bonus of $5,000. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I'm sorry, I made this mistake. The guy at the beginning, he had that $10,000 signing bonus. So really, he's making 34,285.60. I forgot his bonus. I'm sorry. A little scattered today. So he has $25 per hour, works 40 hours per week. So 25 times 40. Okay. And he's going to work 52 weeks because he doesn't have any unpaid time, right? And then he's going to do 5 hours of overtime per week, which is 1.5 times the regular wage. Okay, so let's do this first. Let's take 25 times 40 times 52. So he's making $52,000 with just that. Plus he's got 5 hours per week, 5 times 52 times 1.5 times the 25. So 25 times 1.5 is $37.50 for that extra overtime. So 5 times 52 times 5 times 52 times 37.5, which is 9,750. Plus he gets a $5,000 bonus. So when we add all that together, he's going to make 66,750. So number 3, he made 66,750. Okay. Tracy is working through school at a local radio station, a part-time intern. She makes $15 an hour and works 28 hours per week. Calculate her annual income. So 15 times 20 times 52 weeks. That's 15,600. So which scenario, kind of thinking about that, which scenario would be best? Well, 3, I'm not telling you to go be a mechanic, but thinking about vocational training is definitely a good idea. You can do a lot more things, and there's a lot more jobs with vocational training that you can do overtime too. Because there's just not enough people in those vocational training classes to become various blue collar jobs. So hopefully this got you thinking just a little bit about what you want to do with your life. And look out for the next quiz that will be posted about 2.1 and 2.3. All right, have a good day.